What's up, folks, and welcome back to my channel. I'm always excited when I do these videos because I just love talking to you guys, and I'm starting to get more relaxed in doing it. It makes me feel really good. So happy new year to everyone. We made it to another new year, and I hope we're all ready to start that new year and get geared up and everything we need to do. But that is not the topic of this video and the reason that I wanted to record it. I was tagged again. Yes, I was tagged by Lisa from And So On. It was a tag, it's the hashtag New Year's Resewlution tag. And it was actually started by, let's see, and I have my notes if you guys are looking. It was started by Boz from A Girl Called Boz and Candy from Cotton by Candy. Thank all of you ladies for starting this new challenge. Now I have to tell you, not challenge, but tag. I have to tell you that I'm not one for making New Year's resolutions. I think probably the last time I made a resolution was probably a couple of years ago. I set goals for myself, but I don't like to do resolutions. Back then when I made them, it felt like I always made them to break them. So I said, well, why not just not do them at all? But this year, I'm gonna go ahead and follow this because it's kind of fun. And it does set in the parameters of me setting a goal for myself. So that's one of the reasons why I'm agreeing to do this tag. So here goes, Lisa. It's 5 questions, and I think they are relatively easy for me to answer. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into this so this video isn't that long. The first one is, what is your favorite make of 2017 and why? Now, most of the people who watch me and read my blog probably already know the answer to this question. And I can assure you, it will probably not pop up again at some point through 2018. But my favorite make of 2017 was definitely the closet case ginger jean. And the reason why, because it fits me so doggone well. As of right now, you know, it's a freezing 38 degrees in Florida. Oh my gosh, I felt like I was back in Wisconsin. But jeans are a staple when the temperature drops below 60 for me. That's what I'm in the majority of the time, are jeans. And so I made a couple of jeans. I made the Jaylee, but I wasn't real keen on making jeans until I met that closet case ginger jean. I only had to make a slight adjustment to the waistband for me, and that slight adjustment made all the difference in the world. Those are jeans that I could just cut out right now, and I can do a assembly line of a few at once. As a matter of fact, I did before I went on vacation. I made 2, I cut up at the same time and made them back to back. That's how quick and easy it is for me to make that jean. I've made 5 pair already. 5 pair, yes, and I'm sure I'm gonna make more. But so that is the answer to question number 1, and to tag the question number 1, and I bet there were a few of you who already knew that answer. Question number 2, what did you attempt in 2017 that you won't be doing again in 2018, and why not? That one, oh, got it. Complete PDF patterns. I really have to explain this one. There are a lot of things that I did, and I made some mistakes during the year in some, clothing makes and things like that, but not really anything that I can think of right at this moment that I'll never be doing again. I believe there was something I said when I was on that sewing blab, but I can't remember. It doesn't come to mind right now. But one thing I know for sure that I won't be doing again is I love and trying to do more indie patterns. I've really started to fall in love with them. For instance, closet case, that's a new indie pattern for me. And so far I've made a couple of things, used a couple of their patterns, and I love both of them. So that's gonna start being one of my favorites. But I have a few, actually I have 6 PDF patterns that I had downloaded, and probably 2 of them I have taped and cut out. but I haven't sewn, and the other 4 haven't even been, they've been printed but not taped or cut out or anything yet. So what I did this past year is started stockpiling those. I have some that I've actually downloaded that I haven't even printed yet. So I think that's one of the things that I did in 2017 a lot that I'm not going to do in 2018. If I take the time to purchase it and download it, I'm going to tape that together and at least make one version of it. And I am going to finish the ones I already have printed for 2018. So that is the one thing I am not going, that I did that I will not be doing again in 2018. And I want you guys to all hold me to that. If you see I've downloaded a pattern and I haven't made it, hold me to it. Okay, question number 3. What are you going to do? Let's see, what are you going to continue doing? Oh, did I read that right? Yes. What are you going to continue doing? Okay. Well, we know I'm going to continue making the closet case ginger jean, but that's not what I'm going to say. I think what I'm going to do more of in 2018 is try new things. I think I'm going to try more things that are different than what I've done before. I'm going to really push myself to do more things that I've not done before. And the world knows, in the world of sewing, I'm sorry that I'm blabbing. I don't know why I'm doing that. I guess I'm trying to think about a whole bunch of things at once to get out to you guys without making this video long. So I'm overthinking myself. But in the sewing community, you know that there's just so many things out there. Every time we go to our phones and check social media in some form, we see something that we really want to do. So there's not going to be a shortage of new things to try. I just really want to push myself. So that's the answer to that question. I really want to try more new things and push myself. Okay, question number 4. What are you going to try next year? Okay, that's similar to the question before, number 3, but what are you going to try next year? And the reason why it says next year, and I'm doing this now, I was tagged before the new year. I just didn't get to it until now. But I think what I'm going to do in 2018, and if I said this somewhere on social media before last year, I really mean it this year. I really do, because it's actually held me back in some of the things that I want to do. But I want to be more consistent in 2018 in everything sewing. And that is, I have slowed down in my sewing. Some of the people laughed and joked about how fast I could sew, but being consistent in my sewing. I'd rather be more consistent in my sewing than fast. And the reason is because I'm a person who I sew probably 95% of my wardrobe. Almost everything you see me in, I've made. Yep, my sweater and my tank, and my leggings that I have on there. You can't see, but one of the things that I don't do is I go so far between making those things, and what happens is I end up like now, I need a lot of tops, especially summer things. I end up wearing the same things over and over and over again and wear them out, and only to find out that I don't have anything else to wear. So I think that kind of rolls over into my other sewing habits, which are blogging and my new love of recording videos. And I don't want 4 to 8 weeks to go past before I get a new blog up or a new video. It hasn't been that long, really. It hasn't been that long, but I don't want that to happen. I'd rather have a regular, consistent, where people actually know that, oh, Myra is actually going to post something, and maybe she'll have something, that I'll be interested in on Sunday or something like that. I'm not saying that specific day. I'm just saying that I'd rather be consistent so people know to look for something coming out from me around that time. So that's what I want to do of an answer to question, what am I going to try in 2018 next year, which is this year. So that's the answer. And question number 5, and the last question, where do you see your handmade wardrobe by the end of the year? And what about in 5 years? There's 2 questions there. Okay, well, I have to say that I have, I know I'm going to date myself, but most of you know anyway, I have over 50 years of sewing experience under my belt. And I just feel like with having that kind of experience, you never should stop learning, because you don't know everything. There's just not anybody, I think, that knows everything there is about sewing. There's always something to know, because there's something new, technique or process or something every hour being developed by someone that you can learn. So, you know, in answering this question, I just don't think I could ever stop, you know, learning, because I want to learn as much as I can to make my handmade wardrobe the best and better in cases than ready to wear, or even designer stuff that, you know, they want to charge exorbitant prices for. So, and your style. I would never want to stop learning about my style. Right now, I do know my style, and I like the way I look in my style. But when I say people, a lot of times we get stuck in our style, and I talked to my husband about this for him, because I had to help him change the way he looked and dressed, but keeping in his style. And I'll explain that a little bit, and I guess that comes to the reason about why, and this covers over the 5 years. They said, what about in 5 years? Because could go beyond that. But here's what I mean by that. I know my style and I like my style, but if I don't continue to learn about my style and move it forward, I could become dated. And I never want to dress in a way that makes me look dated. Even in my advancing years, I can still look my age and look stylish without, like recently, and please don't go after him. I love my husband to death because he tells me the truth all the time. But when I made that last dress for the Little Red Dress project, he said that the dress made me look frumpy, and it actually made me look my age, which I'm not trying to not look my age, because I'm a proud 63-year-old woman. But I have to tell you that I did feel that he was right after I watched that video of myself in that dress, and I looked at myself. It's truly not my style. It didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, and that's the reason why. But back to what I was saying about learning, you know, about your handmade clothes, your style, whatever, you need to know yourself and what you look good in, what you don't look good in, because that's going to make all the difference in the world in you feeling good about what you've made. And so my style has always remained true to, I've always remained true to my style, even with adding those little changes to make me current. Because they say you can't stop progress, and that's true. And it's the same thing in clothes. We see our trends come in, we see our trends go. I'm not a real trendy person, but I do maybe add a piece here or there, but I don't change my whole wardrobe to follow trends. I just don't do it, because that's not the way I like my style. One of the things is I know myself. And there's one thing that's never changed in all of the years of my style as an adult. And I bet you any money there's at least half of you who watch my video who know what I'm going to say about that. Yes, it's my red lipstick. I have seen it come in and be trendy. I've seen it go out and not be trendy. I've seen it come back and be trendy again. I've never changed it. And the reason is, it's because I just like the way I look in the red lipstick. And you'll always see me in it. There will be a rare occasion where you might see me in my neutral color, just a neutral brown, but not often. It's my red lipstick. And I just love it. So that's me, and that's my style, and that's what I'm telling you all. Know yourself, know what you look good in, know what you don't look good in. Don't always follow the trends. You can add your piece, But in answering this last question here about where do I see my handmade wardrobe in the end of next year and what about 5 years, it's always going to remain the same. It's going to improve as far as the creation of it and the, what's the word I'm looking for, and how I develop and how I sew. The construction is the word I was looking for. It's always going to increase my creativity and the construction of my garments. But as far as style, I'm always going to move it forward a little bit and change a little of something. But it's always going to be true to me. So with that said, that's the last question. That's the end of all of the hashtag New Year's resolution. And I think I'm supposed to tag a few people too. And let me see, because usually when we do these tags, we everybody has been tagged by the time, you know, it gets around to me. But let me see. I believe Natita was already tagged with me by Lisa, so I can't tag her. Who else is on? I think I'm going to tag Renata from Running in Style, and I'm going to tag Judith from Judith D's World. And who else? Let's see. Of course, you know I was going to get to you, didn't you? I am going to tag Dawn from Dueling Designs. So that's it for me, you all. Thanks again to Lisa, Boz, and Candy from Cotton Candy, all of the ladies who started this new tag. And I want to say, I'm just looking to make sure I answered all 5 questions, and I believe I did. But I just want to say to you all again, thanks so much for watching. I really, really love it when you come and watch my videos and hang out with me. And I want you all to have a fun-filled, blessed, and productive 2018. Bye, y'all.